you know what I did like about the whole thing, though?
What did you like about the whole thing?
Some of the entertainment that they had.
What do they have as entertainment?
One of the things they were entertained by, Prince Charles's official harp player. Huh?
That's badass.
Because you think about it, like I'm not a big royalist, but when you got somebody like Obama rolling into town, there's not many other world leaders can sort of outdo him, you know. You've got to go royal on his ass, you know.
This guy.
Nobody else has got Air Force One or Marine One or anything like that, but you can still go, have you got your own official harpist?
That's pretty sweet. Can you have your own dream sequences? Oh.
But he's the Prince of Wales. Why doesn't he just have whale music? Surely that's more his thing. Is he not that kind of Wales?
No, he's not the Prince of all Wales. It's not like Beastmaster. I call forth the whales.
You know what?
With them and my official harp.
But even, I don't believe I have misunderstood that for 40 years.
Even this photo, I like to think he's just said, what, Congress won't let you have your own harpist? Baby, play him something.
We had a harp in our house.
Only the Prince of Wales could afford...
We had a harp in our house.
How Irish are you?
I'm unbelievably Irish. I am the most Irish person of all. Come dance with me in Ireland. We had a harp in the house, yeah.
Were the poor children of your town allowed to come and play the harp?
No,
they didn't have their own.
They would dance as I played. They would dance as I played.
I've got an image of you now as the Pied Piper of Dublin.
Very much
leading the kids away.
They're green culottes.
There will come a court case when they will replay this as evidence.
Yes. I come from a very different world.
Did he have anything? Did you have clothes that you could put on when you were playing the harp?
No, I played it naked. You straddle it. You straddle the harp naked, a leg on either side, right? But you hold your genitals close into the round bit so they're not there. And then
if you're drunk, you just bang it with your lad. Bing, bing, bong. Bing, bing, bong.
I challenge you all. None of you who can play the harp with your penis like I can. None of you. Is there a man here who can play the harp with his penis?
Did you just call it your lad?
Your lad. That's what you call it.
No, it's not.
It is, isn't it? We're in harp-playing country. That's what you call it, right?
I wonder Obama was looking surprised.
Aggressively, sexually. Come on. What of it? What of it?
Playing a harp. So you're playing a harp with an organ.
Do you know what? Honestly, psychologically, this is doing me the world of good, because my dad was a bishop, so I used to spend quite a lot of my childhood dressing up as a bishop, and I thought I was weird.
Have you still got a harp?
I don't have a harp. There was a harp in the house when I grew up, and it's still there. But
So now you have to go into, like, music shops to do it and stuff.
I might buy it. I might buy it. Someday.
Sir.
Walking in and playing Stairway to Heaven with your lad.
Sir, could you please at least wear a condom? Other people have been trying that harp.
You don't want to get harpies.
Yeah. The neat end of that.
Well, that's the NATO summit covered.
This show, man, it makes some points. It makes some points satirically. You know?
What's wrong, Britain? Too much truth for you?
Yeah, wake up, sheeple. Lifting the wool from your eyes. Things you wouldn't hear on a political discussion show.
Sorry, did I interrupt you?
No, sir. No, you've had your say. Now shut the fuck up.
Round the table tonight, Eric Pickles. And round another table, 4 other politicians.
Sadomasochism is a perversion, but we will clamp down on it.
And tonight we'll be discussing Greece. First question, who'd win in a fight, Danny Zuko or Kaniki?
So, Nick Clegg, which of your 2 faces would you like to answer that question with?
Yes, I agree. Britain's performance in the second quarter has not been all we hoped for. But there is a reason for that. This is a tough job, and I am shit at it.
We will not let Abu Hamza off the hook.
Well, Mr. Dimbleby, my question is, if I were a beleaguered European economy, how would you stimulate my growth? And that goes to contestant number 3.
Of course, I understand that people are worried about schools and hospitals, but what you don't understand is I don't give a shit.
Is anyone else horny?
And now we're going to head over and see what the polls are telling us. Hello!
Are they Chinese now?
I think they're Chinese. Yeah, they are. All right.
Well, it sounds like Polish, the way we say it here. Here in Poland.
Right, now let's go over to Wales and see what they're saying to us.
And so we have a question here for the Prime Minister from Nancy Cameron, aged 8. And it's, when are you going to pick me up, Daddy?
At the end of that round, the points go to Carl, Joe and Andy.
The next round is called This Is the Answer, What is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. James, which category would you like?
Sport, please, Dara.
Fantastic. Sport it is. The answer is 20 minutes. What is the question?
How long does it take to steam French beans so they don't squeak when you bite into them?
What is a frankly disappointing distance for the TARDIS to travel back in time?
How long does it take Joey Essex to fill in the name and address section on any form?
How long does it take Oscar Pistorius to cross a cattle grid?
Is that a joke you wouldn't do on the last leg? Is it, Schwitz? Famously one-legged host Adam Hill. Is this? Were you bursting to get that joke out? I've been sitting
on for weeks.
On average, how long is it between Greek elections?
How often does David Cameron have to take swine flu medication?
Is it when a man says he's going to make love all night long, what does he really mean?
Oh, let it go! It was one time, Gary!
Is it true or false? People don't understand true or false questions. Is it for the rest of his life, what is the longest David Cameron will go without someone shouting, oink, oink? Is it? How long had the pig been dead for before
Is it how long was I watching the footy drunk for last Friday before I realised they were playing rugby?
OK, then you know what it is?
Yeah.
It is, I think, how long was the opening ceremony to the Rugby World Cup?
Absolutely, thank you very much. Yes. In other news, who's making a surprise appearance on Strictly?
Ed Balls.
Ed Balls is. Yes, he is.
It's not a surprise.
No, it was announced months
because he
ago.
did announce it months ago.
I don't know why. The word was in it, I just read it. It was a bit of a fuck you, San Diego moment. Sorry. Shall we do it again without that word in it? It would be grand. Yes. Speaking of Labour, who's making an appearance in the current series of Strictly?
Well, it's quite a surprise. It was Ed Balls.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, I would.
In a blue tuxedo as well. Do you know, you know who else is getting a blue tuxedo?
You.
Yes. I was buying myself a blue tuxedo recently, and I had already just paid the money for it, and then I see Ed Balls ruining blue tuxedos forever.
When would you wear a blue tuxedo?
What do you do for events in which you have to wear a tuxedo?
But isn't it all black? That's black tie events.
Yeah, the tie is still black, but the tuxedo is blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A lot of politicians are good at dancing, although Desmond Tutu wasn't wearing what I thought he was going to wear.
Would you do Strictly?
No, I wouldn't because I got a dodgy knee anyway. But so I couldn't do it.
I got asked to do Splash.
You got to Splash. That is a lot easier.
See that.
Oh God, I can't think of anything worse. To be fair, you shouldn't slag off reality shows like and stuff like that because you're only ever 4 Eastern European rent boys away from doing one, aren't you? So...
That footage of him on Strictly was so embarrassing. I'm surprised he didn't pretend to be a washing machine salesman called Jim.
Yeah, he said it was a midlife crisis, didn't he? But looking at the state of him in that photo, I think midlife's a bit optimistic, isn't it?
In that photo, basically, that suit was actually sequined, but he breathed out, and then...
Apparently his Native American name is Dances with Difficulty.
OK, at the end of that round, the points go to Rob Tiffany! Now we come to our final quickfire round called Scenes We'd Like to See. This is for everyone, so if you can all make your way over to the performance area, please. I caught ideas for scenarios we'd love to see, and the performers come in with their suggestions. Right, here we go. The first subject is things you wouldn't hear from a weather forecaster.
The Met Office have issued a weather warning. They've told the weather not to do that again, or there'll be trouble.
Temperatures could rise to 31 degrees. Shit, I've left my baby in the car!
A hurricane tonight will be caused by low pressure and God's hatred of homosexuality.
A huge depression over Scotland, and now the weather.
And finally, a warning to hay fever sufferers. Don't come sneezing near me or I'll rip your face off.
So, here's the summary. Monday shite, Tuesday shite, Wednesday shite, Thursday bollocks.
The humidity's rising. The barometer's going low. Tonight, for the first time, just about 10:30, it's going to start raining men.
The outlook's bright for the weekend. I've got 3 grams of coke in my pocket and my wife's on holiday.
Well, let's go to Carol on the roof of Television Centre. She's not meant to be there. She's just a bit depressed.
This part of the country is going to stay hot and wet for quite some time because that's where my girlfriend lives. Oh, yeah.
So, it's going to be between 17 and 21, but Berlusconi won't date older than that.
It was raining cats and dogs last night. I should know. I was throwing them off my roof.
What are you watching me for? Look out the fucking window.
It's going to be cloudier tonight. I love those German birds.
What do you care what the weather's going to be like? Look shit in all your clothes.
The next topic is deleted lines from Star Trek.
Kirk to Enterprise. OK, how about if I stand over here?
Scotty, that's the most convincing your accent has ever been.
Captain, I can see an alien ship approaching. It's not showing up on the radar. It's a circular vessel, some sort of lettering and number... Oh, no, sorry, it's my tax disc.
I have no emotion. My mother was a Vulcan. My father was Gordon Brown.
All right, which one of you ate my Scotch egg?
This is the Federation of Gay Planets. Open your docking bay and prepare to be boarded.
Tell you what, Spock, your towel is a lot softer than mine.
Captain's log. Just seen some aliens. OMG. WTF. LOL. Smiley face.
Who are these terrifying aliens? You can't call them that anymore, Captain. It's Uhuru and Sulu.
Welcome to the SS Enterprise, Mr. Eccleston.
Now, which one of you put your red top in the washing with all the yellow ones?
There's going to be some changes around here. They call me Captain Tatty Bojangles.
What's wrong, Captain Picard? What's wrong? I'm a serious Shakespearean actor, and I'm talking to the ambassador of the fucking worm people!
At the end of that round, the points go to Russell, Frank and Andy! Alternative lifestyles. Who wants to come in that? Zoe.
Alternative lifestyles. A friend of mine actually recently bought me a book on feng shui. Feng shui. I was like, feng shui my arse. And by that, I don't mean move it further up my back to make my shoulders look better. I know people do yoga to balance the body, and I can kind of see that, but to be honest with you, I can balance my own body beautifully with a pint in one hand and a pie in the other. And I take an all-or-nothing approach to alternative medicines. I think the test is, would you use it in an emergency, OK? Do you see many herbalist ambulances? That's what I'm asking. Yeah, help me, I've sawn my own arm off, have you? What you want to do there is wave a bit of sage over it. In fact, while I'm on it, don't get me wound up, I don't even think vegetarians should be allowed to squash their vegetarian food into meat-based products. You know the ones I'm talking about, the veggie burgers, the veggie bangers. I think, no, sorry, you made your choice. If you don't want the meat, you can't have the shapes.
OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is fatherhood. Who wants to come in on that? Alan.
I'm a dad, and I can tell you already that child needs discipline. I'm a dad. I like being a dad. It's good fun being a dad, but I love mums as well. I'm a big fan of mums. My mum's one, and my wife's one, and lots of my friends are mums. And for a whole night, quite recently, I thought I might be a mum. I'm not. I'm a dad, but here's what happened. My wife went out for some drinks with some other mums, and I stayed in and had a really nice bath and a glass of wine. Yeah, I had a mum's night in. Brilliant night in as well, mums. I can totally see why it caught on amongst the mum community. It's great. It's much better than being out in a pub talking to idiots about nothing. I really enjoyed it. Quite disconcerting as well. I got out of the bath and just got the towel and twisted it around on the top of my head like that. Got up the next day and bought a little Citroen Zara Picasso. But I know I sound like a cliched dad when I say this, but genuinely, our little boy is properly gorgeous. He is. He's blonde and blue-eyed and really good-natured, and sometimes I'm just walking him round to the park, holding his little hand, and I'll just be swept away by how beautiful he is, and I'll just catch myself thinking, oh, my God, you are so gorgeous. If anything happens to your mum and she dies, we are going to look so attractive.
OK, which leaves us with Milton. Let's see what topic we have. It's entertainment.
I was watching Blue Peter the other day, who's a neighbour with really bad circulation. I said to him, Peter, why don't you get a pacemaker? He said, I can't even run, let alone keep up with someone. I was watching TV the other day, and I flipped over, and all I could see were the brown cushions on my sofa really close up. You have to be careful watching television. You think to yourself, that bloke's better looking than me, he's got a better car than me, and he's got a cat called Jess. My favourite film is the French film And. I think it was released over here as E.T. You have to admire people who go into the performing arts. They have to do exercises every single day for their future careers. Big issue. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Milton Jones. Point at the end round goes to Alan and Milton. So let's spin the wheel. The first subject is drinking. Who wants to come in on that? Tess.
Hi, give me a chief, you like a drink? Cool, I don't drink, because I'm not an infidel. But the reason I bring it up is because last summer I got invited to a stag do, and that stag do was in Benidorm. Thing is, the whole time I was in Benidorm, because I genuinely don't drink, I was a bit like, you know that guy who goes to Alton Towers, but he just holds the bags and the coats when everyone else goes on the rides? That's what it felt like for me in Benidorm. But genuinely, I've never touched a single drop of alcohol in my life. And, well, tell a lie. There might have been this one time in Benidorm. So I'm out with the lads. It's a stag do. I'm stagging it, textbook, just having a great time. And I came back to our table, and there's glasses on there filled with clear liquid. I picked up quite innocently what I thought was my lemonade. Took a sip of it, spat it back out, turned out to be vodka and lemonade. And I'd never drunk before, so the vodka, it really burnt my mouth. And I felt awful because I'd just broken one of the major rules in my religion for the very first time. Hashtag a big deal. At that moment, I just took a step back and honestly, genuinely, hand on heart, just really, really wished that I hadn't smoked so much weed before I left the hotel. Mum, if you're watching this, weed is street slang for Basil.
Thank you very much, Ben. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is communication. Where you go?
Recently, I've joined up the group Eavesdroppers Anonymous. Not that they know. I wouldn't like to burgle my house. Oh, no. Well, it would be pointless, wouldn't it? Stealing things I already own. Missiles! Missiles! They don't even sound accurate. If your name is Andre, don't end your texts with a kiss. As early as 1724, Sir Tim Montague had the idea for the post-it note, but he'd nothing to write it down on. So if you're at a party and you spill some red wine on a white carpet, best thing to do is to get some ordinary table salt, throw it in the face of the host, and make a run for it. Annoying, isn't it? when you go shopping, you buy something, you get it home, and then you see the sticker, buy one and get one free. And you think, I could have got another shoe.
OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. And the first subject is courage. Reese.
I'm a very courageous person. Like the other day, I was walking home from a night out and I got myself a kebab, even though I knew full well that back home I had run out of Gaviscon. Wow. We got a badass in the room at last. Tell you what, though, I am not courageous enough to be honest to a taxi driver. Rule 1 of being a comedian, do not tell a taxi driver you are a comedian. They expect too much from the relationship, right? Like, either they want you to tell them a joke for free, or they want to tell you a joke, which is often morally all over the place, right? So you have to lie to them, right? But that's nerve-wracking. I was in a taxi the other day, and I freaked out. Right? My mind just went blank when I got in the taxi. I was there, I was nervous, like my palms were sweating, my knees were weak, my arms were heavy. It was very familiar. I was freaking out, honestly, because I knew he was going to ask that question. I knew he was going to say, what do you do for a living? I'm in the back of the taxi thinking, Reece, don't panic. Just say the first thing that comes to your head. He turned around and goes, what do you do for a living, mate? And I went, taxi driver. I mean, say what you see, but he didn't speak to me for the rest of the journey, so I now do it every time.
Thank you very much. OK, so that leaves Nish. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. The topic is race.
I'll take this one, Reece. Difficult and interesting time to be a non-white person living in Britain right now. But I think things are improving, especially to be a non-white comedian. Because 10 years ago, I got some advice from a former agent. She said, Nish, you should stop mentioning on stage that you're not white. And I was like, people are gonna know. I'm not exactly flying under the radar race-wise here. So a couple of weeks later, I got offered an audition in a sitcom. Now, that part required me to do what was cheerfully referred to in the script as the accent, right? Weren't talking about French, were they? Now, when that came in, I said, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to do that. It's cheap, it's Uncle Tom, it's selling out my entire cultural heritage. And she said, this is the problem with you, Nish. You take too high-minded approach. You'll never be successful in comedy because you will never do comedy that relates to the man in the factory. And when she said that, I said, I don't really relate to your paradigm of the man in the factory. I think what you're trying to say is that I should appeal to as high a percentage of the British population as possible. But in the 80s, we shifted from a manufacturing to a service-based economy. So actually, if you wanted to talk about most of the British public, what you should have said is the man who works in the shop or the man who works in a hotel. And she said, I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Thank you very much, Nish. Points in the line go to Reece James. Come on. Here we go. Let's spin the wheel. First subject is friendship. Who wants to come in that? Kerry.
Now, men and women expect very different things from their friendships. Women expect quite a lot from their girlfriends, and men expect sod all, really, very little. The bar is very low with male friendship. If a woman rings her mate and leaves a message on her voicemail and doesn't get an answer back within a day or two or a week or two, she'll ring her again, leave another little message. Did you get my message, babe? Because I did ring you and I didn't hear back from you, so I'm just checking you're all right, yeah? It's terrifying, really. But if a bloke rings his mate and he doesn't hear back within a year, 2 years, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a toss. I mean, he might bump into that mate down the pub and be like, oh, I rang you a couple of years ago. Thought you were dead. Can I have my drill back? It's a very different set of expectations, because blokes like banter. They love to banter with each other and they can be quite nasty to one another. Women, we do banter, but we have a threshold. We don't go in too mean. Like, blokes love a nickname. They love a nasty, horrible nickname. Nastier the better. I was introduced to a bloke recently by his best friend as Shit Flaps. That was the name. I was but that's not your name, though, is it? Shit Flaps. And he liked it. He was like, yeah, that's my name, Shit Flaps, that's me. Everyone calls me Shit Flaps, all my mates, and my dad and my kids. He was a broken man, but he felt loved, and that's what that was for. It's not unusual to see a bunch of blokes down the pub on a weekend introducing each other with all their stupid nicknames they've had since they were at school. This is Shit Don't Stink, he thinks he's it. This is Wank Stain Wayne. This is Pedo Pete. They all know a Pedo Pete. But you wouldn't see that with women. You wouldn't see a bunch of women introducing each other. This is Hairy Tits Helen. This is Cries Too Much, Claire. I don't cry. You do, Claire, you do. You know, go on. This is Barrel Legs. You shouldn't have worn a skirt. This is Chlamydia Claudine. We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do that. We think it, but we don't say it.
Well done. Lovely stuff. OK, that leaves us with Gary. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is health. Gary.
The area in a Nando's between the front and back door is called the peri-perineum. I like to judge my weight by my BMI. As long as I weigh less than a small plane, I think it's fine. When writing a story about losing your virginity, it's important to always put it in the first person. When people die and head towards the light, what they don't realise is they've already been reincarnated as a moth. I can count the number of chainsaw accidents I've had on the fingers of one hand. I tell you what always catches my eye, short people with umbrellas. So the other day, I was doing the hoovering in my pants, and I thought to myself, how do my bollocks get this dusty? I've been attending Gamblers Anonymous for 3 years, whereas my best mate Dave, he only stuck it out for 2.5, so I won that one. I like to think I'm a bit like Superman. For example, the other day I changed in a phone box from a man who really needs a wee to a man who's just had a wee. I pulled a sickie the other day, just one of the perks of working at the hospital. The other day, my girlfriend and I had great make-up sex. Well, I say that, she was out and I stuck her lipstick up my arse. Because I'm worth it.
Thank you very much, ladies. At the end of that round, first door, the Come on! The subject is family. Who wants to come out of that? Russ.
So, it wasn't easy growing up trying to be a little liberal kid in the most right-wing family in the whole of my town. My dad was the most right-wing person I knew, but always quick to point out, I'm not racist, but... That was the danger word, yeah? I'm not racist, but... Or the latest remix, which is even more innocuous and dangerous, all I want to do is have a sensible discussion about immigration, yeah? Isn't it obvious? All right, no one with that face wants a sensible discussion about anything. I just want to have a sensible little chat in the back of that transit van over there, yeah? Me and my brothers, the rest of your family, Mr. Woolham-along, whatever your bloody name is, mate, yeah? Get in the van, right? My dad even managed to be prejudiced about my first car decision. How do you even achieve that? By British or German. Do not bring Crappanese onto my driveway, boy. Not only that, but I chose a hybrid car. Part electric, part petrol, papa, right? Another question mark hanging over my sexuality. It's the noise of it when it drove off. Thanks for Sunday lunch. Bye, Daddy.
OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is jobs.
I used to work at a Christian rock festival selling toasties. The best day was when I sold this Jewish bloke some yellow ham. My dad was a dustman. I didn't like him coming to collect us from school, though. Not because I was ashamed he was a dustman, it's just you never knew which day he was going to come. The rest of my family were police marksmen. Apart from my grandfather, he was a bank robber. He died quite recently, surrounded by his family. My uncle, he's a police frogman. No, sorry, he's a French policeman. I used to work in a supermarket. It was my job to hand out samples of things for people to taste. But I was asked to leave after the little cups of bleach incident. After that, I worked in a pathology lab. But I was asked to leave after one of my reports said, cause of death, autopsy.
The answer is £100 a day. What is the question?
Is it according to the Sun, how much does the average beggar make a day?
You're ruining by saying a day when it's already got a day in the answer.
Okay. Is it? Let me have another crack at that
the
one.
repetition of a day.
Ed's like
say it without a day and I'll watch.
What's happening?
Well, I was just about
to.
to.
Hang on a minute. Ed's turned into like the Microsoft paperclip. He's trying to write his letter. You're doing it wrong.
Are you doing a list?
According to the Sun, right, what does a beggar earn?
But we are apparently in the middle of a countryside crime wave. Have you seen this?
If I lived in the country, I'd be delighted if someone did a crime because I'd be bored out of my mind. Thank God you've turned up with a shotgun to steal my rhubarb. Could you kill me on the way out?
Some bloke sold rhubarb from an allotment. You have to
tag it.
Just
Why don't they tag it?
Imagine the phone call. Just some deranged. They've taken it. It's gone. My prize-winning marrow. Is there no God? You have. Surely you have
could
to
just
feel
put rhubarb down his sleeves and then go.
Had I been there, well, you can't ever feel sorry for the. That's the lowest rung of criminality, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Let me finish. Just. I'm going to kill myself here.
Beautiful. Vintage Mock of the Week. He brought up the subject just so someone else could do a joke on it. Surely he might have been working towards a punchline. You ignorant.
Jesus. Can we get a higher chair for the joke umpire?
I have a feeling the Microsoft paperclip's taken some cocaine. But... I like it.
That's great. Little animation of the paper go. Yeah. Good, yes. That's a really good letter.
The point I was going to make is, surely, right, fellas, but surely, if you're a bank robber, you're sexy, you're dangerous, you can get diamonds for your lover. If you steal from allotments, what hope have you got, you know? You've got dirt underneath your fingernails. All you have to offer is broccoli. You know?
Hey, a woman who's going to have sex for broccoli is going to be dirty.
I was wondering if one of the reasons they were trying to steal...
Wouldn't that be... Hang on, sorry to interrupt you, Andy, but wouldn't that be the...
Frankly, I wish to go on the record and say I have now lost control. Now we come to our final quickfire round called Scenes We'd Like to See. This is for everyone, so if you could all make your way over to the performance area, please. I call it ideas for scenarios we'd love to see, and the performers come in with their suggestions. The first subject is rejected first lines for the new Harry Potter book.
Harry thought of his magical adventures very differently now that he'd been diagnosed as a schizophrenic.
Don't you realise, Ron, said Harry, with our magic powers, we simply won't need Rehypnol.
Finishing in the cafeteria, Harry and Ron turned their wands on themselves. It's not as good as that one.
I am Lord Voldemort, and I am an alcoholic. Grease the goat! Grease the goat! Grease the goat!
Harry stared at his own spectacles and thought, I can summon a centaur, but I can't fix my astigmatism.
I have earned more money than the Queen. I can't be arsed.
I'm sorry, Harry, said Ron. I thought you felt the same way.
Genital warts at Hogwarts, said Matron. What fun.
Harry wrapped the elastic round his arm and tapped the crook of his elbow, trying to get his vein up. Come on, you bastard, he said.
Something about the spell must have gone wrong, because one of Harry's testicles had turned into a scorpion.
It was October, and the beginning of Harry's 5th term at Feltham Young Offenders Institute.
Show us where Dumbledore touched you, said the judge. Show us on the doll.
The next topic is unhelpful things to say in a crisis.
I know, why don't we get the UN involved?
Statistically speaking, of course, in these circumstances, most of us will die.
Kumbaya, my lord.
I think this 14th century text adequately sums up what I want to say.
I know you're a hijacker, but I ordered a vegetarian meal.
I know this is probably the wrong time, but I've got an erection.
Women and children first, then I'll shag the men and the animals.
Give them all a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of that, we're going to give the points to Frankie, Hugh and Ed. Now we come to our final quickfire round called Scenes We'd Like to See. This is for everyone, so if you can all make your way over to the performance area, please. I call it ideas for scenarios we'd love to see, and the performers come in with their suggestions. The first subject is unlikely lines to find in the Bible.
He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy.
And God said, let there be light. Sponsored by Powerjet.
A man who lies with another man should be stoned. It helps, that's all I'm saying.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
And God said, right, that's the 14 commandments. Now, will you remember all those?
That's very good.
Table for 12, Jesus. I can do 2 6s at 8:30.
And on the 8th day, God created a magic talking leopard and forgot all about us.
And Mary said God had given her a child. So Joseph went and joined Fathers for Justice.
And it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, although Thames Water still had a hosepipe ban.
St Paul's third epistle to the Corinthians. Dear Corinthians, I've written to you twice now. No reply. I don't know how you do things in Corinth, but where I'm from, that's a bit rude.
OK, the next topic is... In the week in which the government discussed raising the school leaving age, bad things for a teacher to say.
Fight! 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 Fight!
You know the rules, Thomas. If you forget your PE kit, I take the lesson in my pants.
I'm a gun runner, robber and murderer, but the Home Office think I'm clean.
Are you chewing, boy? This is the worst blowjob I've had all day.
I don't know the answer, Watkins. I just do this job for the holidays.
It turns out you're not dyslexic, you're just really, really stupid.
I have been at this school for over 40 years. I buggered your fathers and I will bugger you.
OK, at the end of that, ladies and gentlemen, the winners are Ian, Hugh and Frankie. The next round is called If This Is the Answer, What is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Angela, which category would you like?
I'd like home news, please, Dara.
Home news. Ah, blessed break from sport. The answer is 56 years. What is the question?
Is it how long does it currently take to get a UK passport?
Is it what the minimum prison sentence should be for anybody that takes their shirt off in the summer? I find it unacceptable. I remember, like, when it used to be hot days, my dad would open up the curtains first thing in the morning and say, the white people are going to get naked today.
Is it how much did David Moyes age in his 6 months at Old Trafford?
How long would most blokes happily sleep in the same sheets for?
What does a 2-minute match summary by Phil Neville feel like?
Is it how long has Prince Charles been thinking, oh, any day now?
Is it how long could I hold a poo in if I shared a flat with Oscar Pistorius?
I tell you what, that is the Flatshare sitcom I want to see.
How long would it take to collect sufficient owls for Labour to honour their manifesto commitments?
Is it how long since England were last eliminated in the first round of the World Cup?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Josh Winston. Very good. Yes, the answer I was looking for was how long is it since England last failed to progress beyond the group stage of a World Cup? Were you surprised? Were you gutted?
No, I mean, we didn't lose all our games, did we? I mean, I thought we managed a very creditable 0-0 draw with the 2,500 to 1 outsiders. So, you know, people said we had low expectations, didn't we? And then we all got disappointed when we were knocked out after 2 games. So, obviously, our expectations weren't quite low enough.
What was it? It's the players as well. They didn't... Wayne Rooney said that if we'd won, we'd have gone through, and that's the main lesson to learn. and you're going, if that's the main lesson to learn, we really need to go back to basics.
Well, they were Liverpool, though, and Liverpool had 5 England players in the match day team, didn't they? There was Sterling, Sturridge, Johnson, Henderson and Gerrard, and, of course, Uruguay had 2 Liverpool players in the squad, Suarez and Gerrard again. So...
Very busy man that day, wasn't he? Yeah.
It's interesting because I'm finding out now that England are out, I'm finding out about the backgrounds of all my friends. Because suddenly my friend the other day was suddenly, you know, well, actually, I'm half German, so I'll support Germany now. So you kept quiet about that on D-Day, didn't you?
Didn't you, Gunter? Yes, well, I thought it was an unfortunate thing to bring up on the boat.
I've actually just started pretending I'm Costa Rican. I will switch to whatever I need to, you know. I'm in the cricket, I'm very Sri Lankan at the moment. During the Ashes, I pretended I was Aborigine. Like, I don't care. I will go wherever the results take me.
If I were Roy Hodgson now, I'd be a pundit, because like, he could be a pundit anywhere in the world. Apparently, he can speak 5 languages. Yes. Roy Hodgson, which is literally 5 more than Phil Neville. So...
Roy Hodgson always looks like a man who'd be far happier inside eating soup.
What did a lot of England fans find enormously irritating immediately after the matches?
Reality. It was England footballers doing adverts.
Yes.
Things like the Carlsberg fan squad advert.
Yes, there was a series of other people found that there were complaints about, you know, Joe Hart and his dandruff, which, luckily, he's still beaten. Good man, Joe, well done. I said, why does that company, I'm going to give them the free ad, that company who does an anti-dandruff shampoo, which you all know, you say the word anti-dandruff shampoo, and bing, why do they even spend money? Who goes, maybe I'll have a competing anti-dandruff shampoo for my shampoo? Well, there's one company who makes it.
Some of us, Dara, are still worrying about dandruff.
It's an unusual put-down, isn't it? Because on the one hand, zing, I'm bald. But yet, on the other, you don't come out of it like a prince, has to be said.
I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't think it through.
Take that, bald man. Oh, you social loser. Yes, it has to be said that some of the England squad were probably not as well known as others. There was a young squad, a new squad. I mean, for example, there was this range of commemorative mugs that was brought out, and they were there on sale. And we're not making this up. And all the members of the squad, particularly Chris Smalling, the Manchester United defender.
I cannot believe they put Theo Walcott's picture on there.
It's mortifying, isn't it, actually? Yeah. That's Smalling, and for reference, a picture of...
I hope there's not a mix-up, and Chris Smalling's now going to have to be the President of the United States of America.
Well, what happens is, if he's going to get a phone call from David Cameron going, I finally got some service. I finally got coverage. What do we do about the Shia situation? I don't know. That leaves us with Mickey. Let's see what topic you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is food. Oh, there you go.
Now, this is one of my favourite topics because I actually hate restaurants. And my wife loves restaurants. She's middle class. She's been skiing and everything. And she loves a restaurant. She says, can we go to a restaurant at the weekend? And I say, yes, we can. And we're there. We're barely there 2 minutes. And she's like, isn't it a lovely ambiance? And I say to her, I don't know what you're talking about. I've worked out what an ambiance is. It's a night out about poor people, isn't it, basically? It's people with a few quid to say, can we just have one night out about the poor people turning up? You know what they're like. They'll be banging spoons together, singing Mailman's a Dustman, creating an atmosphere. We want an ambiance. So we try and enjoy the ambiance. But something's happened spoiling it for me. There's no tomato sauce on the table. Creating the situation when my wife looked at me, she said, you're going to ask for tomato sauce, aren't you? I said, yes, I am. Because I'm going to have the risotto. You can't eat risotto without red sauce, it's too dry. It's a health and safety issue. You've got to zhuzh it up with a bit of red sauce, right? So I thought, I'm not having it. I said to the waitress, excuse me, do you have any ketchup in the building? She's looked at me like I'm the worst pleb God has ever put breath in. She went off to the kitchen and I saw her making her way back with a pot about that big, about 2 chipfuls of tomato sauce. I thought, oh, here we go. She's tried to put it down and walk away like she's doing a drug deal or something. I And I stopped. I said, hold on, love, don't rush off. And I took a sip of it. And I looked at it, I said, yes, I'll have a bottle, please.
Thank you very much, Jiffy. Well done.
And there they are, Scotland through to the final 16. Dear Babe Station, have you actually read the trade's description? That... A few years ago, my wife and I had a baby. Well, we didn't have it straight away. We had to cook it up for a little while. And so she suggested we go to these classes run by the National Childbirth Trust in our local area. They're very middle-class antenatal classes. They're run by this fascist breastfeeding woman. Who's basically, you can go to her home on a Tuesday night. She's breastfeeding her 9-year-old son during the session. It's not awkward. All the men are checking the coving out. It's come away up there because they should have put glue both sides. That's... No, she's still doing it. What are you going to do? And I think by week 4, she's running out of ideas, so she started on the men. She said, I'm going to ask the men this evening, the men. The men are coming on board. How might they benefit by giving birth to the baby themselves? Can we talk about those benefits? Now, there's 6 of us in a circle. I'm in trap 3. Not the best position, the worst one either. Chap number 1's in the best position. He said, if you gave birth to the baby yourself, he said you'd have an empathy with womankind and her struggle over the centuries, creating a greater relationship with your partner. I was thinking, oh, cobblers, I was going to use that one. Chap number 2 dug in, fair enough. He said, well, if you gave birth to the baby yourself, he said you'd have a bond with the child at a more primeval, physical level. Started crying. Nice touch. Mother Earth looked at me, I'm having a panic attack. It's all gone a bit hazy. She said, Michael? I said, well, at least you'd be 100% sure it was yours. Mr. Von Trapp, I'm here from the council. We've had complaints about some terrible singing coming from your house. Golden, relax. We're doing a bit of dinner, mate. You're not sorting out the Middle East here.
And the topic is fashion. OK, Mickey.
Bound to be, wasn't it? I've returned to the vest. Happened a couple of years ago. I was walking through Marx's to get me pants. You always go back to Marx's. And, they know. They look at you. They go, you come back and you went the next, didn't you? Got flash. And I saw the vest. Packet of singlet vests. I thought, I'm having them. Put them in my basket. I covered them over like pornography. Got to the counter. I said to the woman, get them in the bag, love, get them in the bag. Got home, I shook one of these vests out. I thought, put it on. I thought, that is the answer. The wife came home. She said, what's all this with the vest? I said, I like them. I'm returned to the vest. She said, I don't mind, but only indoors. So for a couple of years, I've worn the vest, sort of in secret. But the other day, I'd had a couple of cans of beer and I wanted a couple more, so I got up to go out and my wife said, the vest. I said, no more. I refuse to live a lie. I'm standing up for vest wearers all over the world. I marched off down the off here. I've got 2 cans of Stella Artois. Put one in my back pocket, cracked the other one open. And I walked back from the off in my vest. I made a discovery. You drink a can of Stella and wear a vest, you get a bit of space.
Well done there. Points to Regan.
And on Time Team tonight, we're in Stratford on Avon, where we've uncovered loads of monkey skeletons and some typewriters. To be honest, I'm not interested in all this old nonsense, really, but since the end of Blackadder, the work's been fairly hard to come by.
The topic is culture.
Thank you. thinking? You're thinking this man doesn't enjoy culture. Well, you're right, I hate it. Now, I am an intellectual. I know I left school with nothing, but I did go to university later on when I got a degree when I was 29. It was tough, speaking up during the lecture, knowing everyone's thinking, blimey, the window cleaner's keen on me. But when I came out, when I got the degree, I thought, that's it, I'll be interested in things now, won't I? It's all going to be fine. So I thought I'll go back to the art galleries again. Went into the art gallery. I don't like art galleries. I'm never quite sure how long you're supposed to look at the pictures for. I should give you a bit of guidance, you know, because I can crack on in a gallery, I really can. 3 or 4 minutes. Boss, that's not bad, that's not bad, that's not bad. Just mess that up. I can be over by the door in about 5 minutes. The wife's crying at her Matisse. Come on, love, there's a Wetherspoons round the corner. But the other thing is, you've got to enjoy looking at other cities, apparently. The city break, does it actually exist, the city break? Is it a real thing? Went with the wife to Prague the other week, and she said, after a couple of days, she said, are you enjoying yourself? I said, yeah, I've just paid 15 quid for 2 cups of coffee. But at least we've got that bridge to walk over again, haven't we? I've never done that before. Or maybe we could go to the castle. Thank you very much. Who was the chap in the A team who would not get on the aeroplane? Was it A, B, or B, A? What's the name of that round thing that they throw in the Olympics? Discuss.
And simply it's fashion.
Now, I'll tell you about fashion. Now, a few years ago, I was looking for a new image. So I started going on stage like this, thinking that'll create an image for me. They'll go, oh, you've seen the geezer, stunning looking, where's his top button done? But I subsequently found out the image this tends to create is you're a wanker. So I looked into the whole issue of it, and I'll tell you the situation with the shirt button, OK? So, because the people don't really thought of like that, they tend to undo their top button. There we go. It's better, isn't it? However, it's not enough. Still a bit too high. Still a bit of tension in the room. What you really want is one more. Watch. See that? It's palpable, isn't it? Everyone's going, whoa, thank God for that. That is the level of buttonage we require from a man going out for the evening to the all bar one. Very good. However, if I go one more, I'm suddenly back to being an arsehole again. How tough is it being a man knowing that you're going through life only ever one button away from being a wanker or an arsehole?
There you go. Well done all of you. The points there. And go to Simon and Mickey. Come on, let's sit down.
Here, Sarge, pass us the art section out the Guardian, will you, mate? I was about to arrest her, Sarge, but to be honest, my bottle went because she shouted out, "I put a curse upon you!
OK. Commercials that never made it to air.
Have you got a wicked side? Then you're a prick. Take 2 bottles into the shower. Not anymore. I've got a proper dildo.
JD Sports. 2,000 looters can't be wrong.
Do you suffer from dull, lifeless hair? Don't worry, Andy Parsons will buy it off you.
With ABS, sat-nav and airbags, this may be the most advanced condom you ever buy.
How How much did you say you earned for those direct line car insurance accidents? Well, people deserve to hear about this. Honk, 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 honk.
Dara O'Brien. We work, so he doesn't have to. Cash for cash. Send us your cash in an envelope and we'll send it back, minus commission.
Every year, thousands of bears are captured, tortured and forced to dance in front of crowds of cheering people. Call 0845 now for ticket hotline.
Ash for cash. Put your cremated relatives in an envelope.
Got that bloated feeling? My uncle had that. He was dead in a week.
Smash for cash. Put in mashed potato in an envelope.
Don't just book it, Thomas cook it. Dignitas in Switzerland.
Why have we got barbecues at low, low prices? Because the summer's been shit and no one's bought them. At the Dogs Trust, we never put down a healthy dog. But the minute one coughs, it's in the Thames.
Do you suffer from unsightly chest hair? Should have gone to Peck Shavers.
Links. Come on, virgins, wash your cocks.
OK, at the end of that round, points go to Chris here and Carl.
Milton, let's see what you've been got. Let's spin the wheel. And it's jobs. Milton.
Have you noticed that if you Google the phrase lost medieval servant boy, it says this page cannot be found? Some of you are going to be doing that tomorrow. I think if I was opening a Pizza Express, I'd open it next to a Vision Express, so we got some of their customers by mistake. I think if I had unlimited money, I'd hire 2 private investigators and get them to follow each other. Do you ever get that thing where you think someone's probably definitely wearing a wig, and you think to yourself, I'm sorry, Your Honour. I'm a bit of a lazy writer, according to my children, QWERTY and F12. Being a PE teacher, that's easy, isn't it? Shiny. I teach running. Run. I teach swimming. Swim. And a tiny, tiny little bit of geography. Jog. Thank you, Max.
The one thing you're supposed to do if you've got like a sty or something like that in your eye is you're supposed to put a warm compress on, like which is actually a painful thing because you get a cloth and you get all wet and stuff, and then you're doing this because the water's running everywhere, like whatever. I found the perfect thing if you want a warm compress, something to just sit warm, mould on your eye, is a burrito. The burrito is the perfect eye cure because it's warm, it stays warm for some time, it moulds to the shape that you're putting it onto. No, it's not an open burrito, Ed. Wrapped in the stuff, right? Wrapped in the tinfoil thing or whatever. Just you put it on, and you can do it for as long as you want.
Well, you sat in Chipotle like that.
I went into one of those Mexican places and just sat there going, just give me whatever you want. Give me whatever you want. And I went, this is what I want this for.
Why are you doing that voice?
I have no idea.
Get out of here! You're mocking me.
You're mocking me.
You don't see me going into an Irish bar going, oh, give us a pint to give us this.
Was the burrito the first port of call, or were you doing all the different food types? Going into Pizza Express, this isn't working for me.
No, first I tried ramming a plate of nachos into my eye. This does not work. And then, shall I try the taquitos instead?
And at what point do you think it became infected?
If you listen really closely, you can hear... Merry Christmas, everybody. What have scientists in America created recently?
They've connected together monkeys and rats to make super brains.
Monkeys are monkeys and rats and rats.
Yes, it's not a mix together.
That would be incredible.
Monkey rat is here.
What we've got here is a runky.
Pretty racial slur. But there's a scientist who wants to connect monkeys and create a giant monkey. A man is living a prequel. This man's entire life is the 5-minute bit at a film before it cuts to 30 years later. And it's like a giant monkey brain going... And the 4 remaining humans are fighting their way out. But, yes. As long as there's no monkey business, shout somebody out from the audience. Very good. Wow, between light bulbs and heckling, this is turning into the most interactive episode.
I actually quite like that. Can I just have that?
Yeah, go on, take it. Yeah,
as long as there's no
showbiz rules, pet. That's tough, you know.
As long as there's no monkey business.
Touche, You've learned a cruel lesson there, Pat, haven't you?
She actually said runky business.
He said runky, you did it wrong.
Oh, OK, right.
Yeah.
Okay,
oh, shut up!
OK, here we go. The first subject is unlikely things to read in a political memoir.
So we were playing Truth or Dare, and I didn't want to tell the truth, so I shagged Edwina Curry.
Big Ben struck 12 and stopped. Thank God. My buttocks were on fire.
I thought I'd pressed the button that summoned the tea lady. Imagine my surprise when it turned out I bombed Russia.
I think the greatest thing about meeting the Queen was listening to him singing Candle in the Wind.
Say what you like about Robert Mugabe, but that moustache makes all the difference to foreplay.
I suspected that John Prescott was having an affair when the 4 legs of his desk came through the ceiling above me.
I was actually at college with Saddam Hussein. We were at Sussex together doing chemistry and combined inhumanities.
At the start, there were 3 women in the cabinet, 5 in the cellar and 2 under the patio.
Deciding to go to war was one of the tensest games of eeny, meeny, miny, mo I have ever played.
We'd sometimes break up boring cabinet meetings by convincing David Blunkett he was black.
Oh, when we got into Bosnia, the first thing we did was get the United Nations troops setting up trestle tables with plates of cheese straws and sausage rolls. But it turns out we were supposed to provide a buffer, not a buffet.
John Prescott, an A book by me.
Take that, you bastard, he said. No one fucks with Mahatma Gandhi.
In other royal news, who's been found in a car park in Leicester?
Stan Collymore.
This is Richard III, isn't it?
It is Richard III, yes.
Do you know about Richard III?
I know a little bit about Richard III, yes.
Well,
Although my image of Richard III would be kind of odd, because we weren't taught a lot of that in school, is of the Shakespeare...
So he was
I think that was... Skywalker! Your friends cannot save you now! Oh, the Death Star will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
You get a different version. You get a different version to us.
Richard III was the man who lost the War of the Roses to Alan Titchmarsh. And he died at the Battle of Bosworth, and his remains have been found under a car park in Leicester, which is great, but they don't know what to do with him because he's lost his ticket and he's got £6 grand in back payments. He's got to pay another 50 because he's buried across 2 spaces.
I'm amazed that anyone's shocked about finding him. The state of car parks these days, you can't walk 10 feet without putting your feet in a Richard III.
It's not a big deal either, is it? They found him in...
It's not a big deal.
They found Richard. It's not a big deal. They find Prince Harry in a skip most weeks.
It's an amazing addition to Leicester's Hall of Fame. They've got Engelbert Humperdinck, Shawaddy Waddy, Rusty Lee, and now Richard III. It's the worst variety show of all.
All MC by Gary Lineker.
He'll tell me that he comes on at the end.
I'm suspicious it is Richard III, but firstly because, you know, they didn't have car parks in the olden days, and also because they found the bones in a small cardboard box labelled Southern Fried Chicken.
Well, I think that's the reason... Chickens do have a curvature of the spine.
Yes, they do. Wings.
It is, yes.
And people were a lot smaller then, so...
They weren't the size of a chicken.
That's so I have found Richard III. Just a chicken carcass. Yeah, look. We didn't have to dig. One of the cars pulled out and it was just here.
They think he killed the prince in the tower. They're not quite sure, but they think it's with a candlestick or the lead piping. That's one thing. And they think that now he was probably quite a good king, in fact. Don't they? He also said a horse, a kingdom for a horse.
I think he should be saying, the Force! My empire for the Force! Skywalker! That is the greatest thing of everything in the world. Like, oh, the Death Star will be quite operational.
There's a pitch beat in Monkey. This. Yeah.
I have given...
like a Chinese Death Star. This Death Star a lot cheaper than the other Death Star. But it's not faster. You cross my palm with my lightsaber. I tell you fortune.
We don't deliver to Endor. Endor follow me.
You have to correct. I put down the force field so you can get in, innit?
This, you may not have seen one. It was a story in Ireland in the Evening Herald in Dublin last week. And it's quite a moving story. It's about Alzheimer's disease.
Oh.
It was, yeah. And the story basically was being a big head may be good for you. Scientists found that large-headed individuals with Alzheimer's have better memory and thinking skills than sufferers with small heads. All of which is quite interesting. You see, the next paragraph I found difficult to take. People with larger than average heads, like comedians... appear to be better protected if they develop Alzheimer's disease, as studies suggest. Now, that would be all right if it wasn't for that. Like, the article actually came with a giant photograph of me next to the article, under the word big head, to protect me against Alzheimer's. Written underneath that was extra large, : report is good news for Dara O'Brien. No, it's not. It's not good news, because I suddenly realised I've got a big head, apparently.
What do you mean you've suddenly realised?
Protect us from the Alzheimer's.
Back in Canada, I did some modelling. It was for medical, it was for penile dysfunction. It was a before and after picture.
This is true. I didn't model. I don't model for big head things. I don't regard myself as having a large head. I don't have difficulty buying hats. I don't have difficulty getting into jumpers. My head doesn't cause me no...
When did those three guys get here?
To be fair, a big head doesn't normally cause the owner a problem. It causes the owner's mother a problem. How do you think?
Have you ever seen Dara?
It's smaller than my hips, for God's sake.
Your head is smaller than your hips. What kind of shape are you? You're a peanut.
Shakira's. Of course my head is smaller than my hips.
Dara, but it's...
Is
Dara,
your
look
head
at me.
not smaller than your hips?
No! Dara, look at me.
Oh, you're weird.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm going to take you to a hall of mirrors and show you how you should look. It's the kid from Mars. See, look at that. It's fine.
Your head is absolutely enormous. In fact, on a normal-sized head, that would be a full head of hair.
But the good thing is...
Are you not staying in my house tonight?
When Dara opens an umbrella, it's like one of them little cocktail ones.
To put in context how big it is, Dara, it has its own gravitational field. It's pulled in an entire planet behind it. This desk was straight when we started.
I was expecting sympathy. That's why I introduced it.
What I did was I said something about... I revealed a weakness in front of 6 comedians, and I thought, there's a group that'll help me through this.
I think of you all as friends. I don't think of you as comedians.
OK, here we go. Let's have a look at the first topic. And the first subject is relationships. Ellie.
So I've got quite a close relationship with my sister, and she's got my little nephew, Henry, who is a prick. No, he is. Don't take his side. You haven't met him. Because before he came along, I was the youngest in the family. I was the baby of the family, which we all know is the socially acceptable way for saying favourite. A role I was born to play until my sister, Slaggy McSlaggerson, got herself knocked up by some dude she had barely been married to for 6 years. Suddenly it was all about her and the baby within. Now, initially, naively, I did actually get quite excited about the pregnancy, because I think especially from, like, a female point of view, you wouldn't be human if you didn't get excited about your sister putting on a lot of weight. Had a lot of fun with that. We did. I changed her ringtone to the sound of a large lorry reversing. Just sisterly banter, really. But the banter stopped when the baby came, because suddenly it was all about him. No one paid me any attention anymore. Like, I don't know if you've ever had, like, sort of a family dinner with a small child around. It's a nightmare. There's food being thrown, there's shit everywhere, there's tits hanging out. You name it, I tried it, still nothing. Thank you.
OK, go there. Very good. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been given. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is entertainment.
I'm reading a book at the moment. It's called The Anti-Climax. The first part is good. I see Rihanna had to cancel a concert because she got salmonella. Ella. I also see that down by the Thames they're making another wheel, this time dedicated to Mary Poppins, called the London Diddle-Diddle-Diddle-Diddle-Eye. My grandmother, she got her scarf caught in one of those Ferris wheels, but she did regain consciousness. After all, what goes around... I was in a nativity play once. I was the man who scares the children because he comes into the hall on the wrong day to play badminton. Lionel Richie says hello, by the way. The other day, I saw a sheep pole dancing in a kebab shop.
Thank you very, very much. OK. Getting that round the point. Let's go back.
Basically, Ed Balls has been implicated in the plot to overthrow Tony Blair, because he was part of this whole idea of rebranding Gordon Brown as Project Volvo, because Gordon Brown was supposed to be dull and unreliable, basically, or dull and reliable.
Yes. Well, it was they did some research. The two parties did... Well, Labour did some research, and they found that Gordon Brown was likened, if you could get an object, he was likened to a Volvo, a bear or a buffalo. And they did some research on David Cameron, and they found that he was likened to a spritzer, an Alco-Pop, a BMW or a horse.
Isn't the idea that they wanted to rebrand him because when people given these abstract concepts, they thought Gordon Brown, they think of as beer and whiskey, and David Cameron as spritzer and Alco-Pops. Who could look at that and think that that's negative towards Gordon Brown?
Spritzer drinkers among us.
I love them. I tell you what, if it was a Campari, it'd have had my vote. The memos that this was based on leaked, right? The last time Ed Balls saw the memos, he says, they were on his desk when he was Secretary of State for Children's Schools and Families. What kind of incompetent person leaves incriminating paperwork on a desk after they've left a job? Wait a minute. Frankie's plan to oust Dara?
Never happened.
The plan was to try and make him appear more normal.
Yes.
This was the thing. They wanted to hide his exceptional school record and the fact that he excelled as a student and was fast-tracked through politics because he was a really good student and really clever. And they wanted to hide that fact and make him seem more normal because that makes him appeal to the voters, to be more normal. People want to vote for someone who's like them. I want someone exceptional in number 10. I don't want someone who's like me. I spent 2 hours yesterday trying to remember if I'd had a shower yet or not. That is true.
Sitting where I am now, I can tell you the answer for today is no.
It's a picture of David Cameron, who faced a difficult start to this year's Conservative Party conference in Birmingham this week. Why? What overshadowed the conference?
Well, Mark Reckless defected over to UKIP.
Indeed,
and in some ways, it's quite a surprise, isn't it, that UKIP accepted a defection from another party, because they don't really like outsiders coming in taking their jobs.
I like Mark... Well, I don't like Mark Reckless, but I like his name.
Yeah.
He could be like an 80s cop. Like, I'd like to see a drama where Reckless is thrown off the case. That's what I'd like to see.
And the other guy who's defected is called Carswell. So that's quite a good team, isn't it?
Reckless and Carswell.
Reckless
You're off the case,
Carswell.
Reckless. We're going to bring in Brian Irresponsible.
Yeah, but prior to this, the thing that he was most famous for, Mark Reckless, wasn't it, was that he got too drunk in the House of Commons and was incapable of voting. He couldn't actually get out of the bar door, if you remember. He was trying to open the bar door to go and vote, and he kept on opening it on his own foot without realising that it was his own foot in the way. And you're guessing he's probably been trying to leave the Conservative Party for years.
They're very angry at him. A lot of people calling him Judas. He hates that, 'cause that's an immigrant's name.
The problem for all parties, though, when people defect, is you can defect whenever you want, right, to cause the maximum damage. But presumably you could get around that if you just had, like, you know, defection window, couldn't you? Like, you could have it like the transfer window, and then you could have, like, people defecting, and you could have deadline day, and it could all be covered by Sky News. So you get Tories going to UKIP, a couple of Lib Dems going to Labour, Labour bloke joined Stoke City by mistake.
Unlikely lines from a thriller.
What more evidence do you need that there is a mole? Look at the lawn.
Your wife's head in a box. You must be the most unlucky contestant ever on Deal or No Deal.
What colour wire do I have to cut? The lilac, the mauve, the salmon pink or the fuchsia?
I want to make you a vodka martini. You can't handle vermouth.
Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me? She purred. Yes, it is a gun in my pocket, and I've just shot my cock off.
I'm telling you, there will be no attack. This is a side picked by Roy Hodgson.
So, Mr. Bond, we meet... Ah! Flipping cat!
I'm telling you, Captain, I work best alone! Or sometimes in a team! Basically, I'm saying I'm flexible.
So, Mr. Bond, we meet at last. Why didn't we have a Skype?
I would like to gently lift your horse's foot. You can't handle the hoof!
I had human liver with fava beans and a nice Chianti. But the entertainment was excellent and he was a lovely host. So I'm going to give Hannibal 7 out of 10.
Here's Johnny! Do you mind? I'm trying to have a shit in it.
This prostitute isn't dead, said the Norwegian detective. She's just pining for the fjords.
And as his eyes gradually became accustomed to the shadowy darkness, he realised he was not alone in that room. Who is it?
It's me, Peter!
OK, to the end of the point, going to Greg, Hugh and Chris.
What has Prince Charles said is the largest challenge facing the world today?
Is it narrow doorways and you get your ears caught?
It's climate change.
Yes,
Isn't
it's
it?
climate change rather
it's
than
not
the narrow
ears
doorways.
thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was ice buckets.
It's not ice buckets. No, our ice buckets are the reason for climate change.
No, but they are one of the biggest challenges in...
They are. They are. Everyone has to do it at some stage.
Charles is worried, apparently, because we've only got another 30 years until climate change might be irreversible. And he's therefore worried that it might ruin his coronation.
This is Charles yesterday on the Royal Yacht, which is not quite as impressive as it used to be.
Is this a summit in New York?
Yes, he's at a summit in New York.
China and India have not turned up to the summit, and they're like the worst ones for climate change, which is ridiculous. It's like Oscar Pistorius not going to an Oscar Pistorius trial, isn't it? And he's got the biggest carbon footprint going. climate change, isn't it? It's like, I was in the garden yesterday, it's September. It's lovely. It's October soon, sitting in the garden still. No? Do you not have gardens?
That's weather. That's not climate.
Yeah, where does the weather come from? The climate. All I'm saying is, if it goes up a bit, you know, it's not that hot in Lewisham. It's nice to have a couple of extra degrees.
I'm glad you're having a nice day in the garden.
Thank you.
I'm sure there's a polar bear somewhere going, all right, this seems to be getting smaller, but at least Lewisham is having a nice day.
So, yeah, we've had a rough few years. And I'm not going to bump into him anyway, am I?
I would love it. Ding dong, and you open your door and there's a polar bear and they're going.
Well, to be fair, luckily, because
holding a tiny piece of ice under his arm.
To be fair,
my hands.
Because of the narrow doorways, you won't even be able to get in anyway.
The United Nations, they're encouraging people to go vegetarian, aren't they? Because apparently one of the big problems with climate change is all these cows farting. So, yeah, either we've got to eat less meat or we need to give the cows a bit of Pepto-Bismol.
I don't understand that, because, like, if the cows farting is causing the problem, then surely eating them is the solution. I mean...
You think we're eating cows as a way of saving, you know, we've got to eat all the cows before they fart us into a climate change?
I mean, I'm speaking as a vegan, by the way, but there is a logical disconnect here, because, like, you know, you say that, you know, you don't want to have all these animals that are farting, whatever, but there is this point we have to go. We'd have to just, what do? Just release them into the public?
On the unlikely thing that the rest of us who aren't vegans suddenly go, do you know what? No. Not going to that. No more meat. We all go, no more beef. There'll be a load of cattle farmers going, what am I supposed to do with this lot then? And you go, well, you just let them go. No. Let them go back into the wild where they belong.
Feed them to the polar bears.
First.
The first subject is unlikely lines from a costume drama.
Madam, I'm in line to the throne, and as such, we shall be dining somewhere that befits my title. Pizza Express Woking.
Batman. I mean, I suppose technically it's a costume.
Heathcliff, let me in, let me in. I just wondered if we could count on your vote on December 12th.
Generally, I am a footman, sir. Although I do also like the bottom and the breasts.
Right, just reading this review from the Anne Boleyn musical. Says it was a good idea, but they didn't like the execution.
Lord Windermere is famed for his opulent balls. I've heard he wet shaves them.
Jag kan täcka land. Jag kan täcka lives. Men jag kan inte en accent.
You are Jane Eyre. So this must be your brother, Nike.
That new servant girl is so cold and unresponsive. Watch this. Alexa? Alexa?
Your Lordship, I am delighted and excited by the unexpected turn our correspondence has taken. I await, with feverish excitement, the next portrait of your engorged penis. Please accept this crude sketch of my boobs as a token of my affection.
My heart is in my mouth. My liver is in my anus. Jesus, this corset is tight!
Carson, please get your hand out of my trousers. When I told you to go below stairs, it wasn't a euphemism.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. So, yeah, that's Mike, Alpha, X-ray, India, Mike.
As the ruler of this country, I demand some respect. When you see me, you will bow and you will say, yes, queen.
Mr. Darcy, I could never belong to you. I am promised to another. But I could give you a quick handy by emotions.
Now we play a round called Thief of Baghdad. This game involves Ed, Jack, Andy and Russell, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This is where we test our performers' stand-up skills. We spin our news generator. It settles on a topic and anyone can volunteer jokes about the chosen subject. The winners are the people I judge to produce the funniest stuff. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. First subject is sleep. Edbert.
Does anyone here sleep with someone who snores? Yes? Well, I envy you, because I lie awake next to someone who snores. My wife snores terribly, and part of what keeps me awake is lying there going, how do you sleep through this? I can't sleep through it, I'm only next to it. The noise is inside your head. And how come you can sleep through that? But the sound of me making a sandwich in our kitchen, that wakes you up. There is no way me making a sandwich makes more noise than you're making right now. She snores so... She said the cutest thing to me one time, though. She says, do I not sound like a kitten purring? Bless. No. You sound like a cat drowning in porridge. If I had a kitten made that noise, I'd put it down. Apparently she had her nose broken a couple of times when she was a kid. Didn't teach her, she's still bleeding snores.
Thank you very much, Ed. OK, let's spin the wheel again. Subject is health. Andy Parsons.
With flu jabs now, what they do, don't they, is they put a little bit of flu into you to help you combat the flu. I was thinking by that argument, surely you should be able to have the odd cake to help you fight obesity. Because let's face it, you can do too much exercise, can't you? You know, did you see Madonna's arms? They didn't look right, did they? It's like half human, half Terminator. Of course, that's a problem when you're always picking up small African children going, no, no, no.
Thank you very much, Andy. OK, the leads are Russell and Jack. Let's spin the wheel. The next subject is television. Who wants to come into that? Jack.
I get very frustrated with pretty much everything on television. I find adverts at the moment particularly annoying, like the banking adverts, because they're trying to portray bankers as being nice people. Like, they've got this one at the moment for, like, a mobile bank that travels around the country, and you walk in and there's your friendly local bank manager acting like a hairdresser, like, nattering away. You know, you walk up to the till, it's like, oh, how was your holiday? I went camping. Oh, why did you go camping? Because you lost all of my money! Decided the only option I've got is just to not watch TV at all, because everything annoys me. And I've got quite a lot of people that pressure me into doing that as well. Like my dad, he's quite old-fashioned. He's always saying, you don't need to watch television. You should do other things, better things, more edifying things. Don't watch TV, Jack. You should read. Read the great novels. They're entertaining, they're educational. Even read the Bible. The Bible is engrossing. It's enthralling. The stories of Jesus, they're encapsulating, they're invigorating. I'm like, no, Dad. If I wanted to be entertained by 12 people sat round a table trying to impress some bearded Jewish know-it-all that thinks he's some kind of deity, I will watch The Apprentice.
Thank you very much, Jack Whitehall. OK, Russell, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel.
That's fitness. Could have been camel toes. Now, I was in the gym the other day. I was in a locker room, and a 5-year-old boy ran in and jumped into a locker. Now, sometimes you know you're just going to have an incident, right? You could hear him in there giggling, and you knew what he was going to do. He was going to jump out and scare his mates, because his mates appeared seconds later, like, where's Stephen gone? Where's Stephen? He was there a minute ago. This is most irregular. And he waited, not for his mates, but for 3 huge naked men. It was fantastic. They were kind of walking past, and this little kid leapt at those men like a cat with rabies. It was incredible, right? Just from nowhere, the noise they made, I've never heard a noise like it. They sounded like a tugboat getting molested. It was like, His long-suffering dad is in the showers, obviously heard this and went, that'll be my bloody boy! Ran back, confronted this glowing hellbeast and went, Stephen, what have I told you about acting up in public? And this little kid cut his dad down with one very simple sentence. Dad, your willy's moving? You're just there going, oh, the world is a better place.
Thank you very much, Russell. At the end of that round, the points go to Ed and Jack.
Unlikely personal ads.
I could be the man of your dreams. If you dream of a man who exposes himself to people on trains.
I'm a cat person. I sleep all day and I bury my poo in the garden.
For sex with no strings attached, don't shag a puppet.
Katie Price seeks new husband. Position temporary. Usual terms and conditions apply.
Looking for love in all the wrong places? Well, you wanted to be a priest.
Ugly fat bloke. Looking for a supermodel with a sense of humour.
Man prone to violent mood swings seeks lovely woman to go screw yourself. I love you!
Female, 22, 33, 52. One of them's my age. Are you feeling lucky, punk?
Agoraphobic seeks claustrophobic for doorstep encounters.
I am Ponus of the planet Testiclon 8. I seek a human female to take my seed. Make better world for both our planets. Dave Croydon.
Pessimistic man seeks depressed old lady so as we can have some really shit times together.
Gorgeous, 5'11", black woman, amazing body, great rack. I just thought I'd put it out there.
I'm a George Clooney lookalike who's looking for a woman with visual impairment.
Do you like swinging? Meet me down by the swings.
I'm looking for a dominant woman. Tell me to call you.
Do you like dogs? Good, because I'm small, hairy, and hung like a border terrier.
Sophisticated, erudite man with fin de siècle tastes. 6 women with massive norks.
Man with massive cock. 6 women with large hen to discuss poultry farms.
At the end of that round, the points go to Ed, Ava and Andy. First subject is weather.
Oh,
OK, Chris Addison.
We, in this country, massively overreact to weather. There was this a tornado in Birmingham a few years ago. The tiniest tornado you've ever seen in your life. In America, a tornado is a massive thing that destroys whole states. Here, the twister hit Selly Oak. And the entire British press went nuts. The Guardian said it dislodged roof tiles and smashed plant pots. Oh, no! They interviewed these two lads on the Today programme on Radio 4. One of them said it was horrifying. He said, I was sat in my back room. I thought the window was going to come in. Next thing I knew, a bin liner flew past. Not a car. Not even a bin liner. It was so breezy. And he talked to his mate. They said, what was it? His mate had evidently been followed down the street by the tornado, right? Before, presumably, he went behind his gate and shot it and the tornado bounced off. What was it like? Ow! Ow! He said, ow. It was horrifying. He said it was like being followed down the street by a giant carrot. Not a whirling funnel of death. A giant carrot. I ate vitamins.
Thank you very much, Chris. Now we play a round called It's Getting Hot in Here, so take out all your jokes. This game involved Tiff and Ramesh, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. The first subject is magazines. Who wants to come in on that?
OK.
Tiff.
As a woman, most of your life is designed to make you feel a little bit shit. And magazines are responsible for that. You know, magazines like OK, which I look at on the shelves and think, when are they going to stop putting people on the front of that who are quite clearly not OK? Magazines will recommend that you have plastic surgery. That seems to be everywhere. Too much plastic surgery these days. I think that's why they've invented emoticons. Right, they're for women who've had too much plastic surgery, so you can just hold up an iPad and say, I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel like a smiley poo with eyes. But I think the worst thing that magazines do is they perpetuate trends, really bad trends, right? I don't know how you guys feel about vajazzling. But I genuinely believe it is a plot by religious groups to get gay men interested in vaginas. By making them look like disco balls. I told my mum about the vajazzling, right? I said, Mum, they do this thing now where they put Diamante on your downstairs. And my mum just went, vajazzling? In my day, you were lucky if you gave it a wash.
Thank you very much, Jeff. OK, that leaves us with Ramesh. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is parenting.
I'm a parent. You know, we had our first child, and our first child is such a lovely kid. You know, he always says please and thank you. He's such a wonderful, wonderful little boy. I said to my wife, do you know what? I think we might have mastered parenting. I think it's just about setting clear boundaries and being consistent. The second one, feral. Right. Like, I love him, but what a prick this kid is. Like, I love him, but what an unacceptable human being. Like, I love him, but I don't like him. You know, that's... Like, I'm going to have to say to him one day, you're a mistake. And not, like, in the way that the contraception went wrong. Like, the decision to have you was a mistake. Sometimes I want him to get hurt. There you go, I said it. Now, listen. I don't mean really hurt. I don't mean really hurt, I just mean a little bit. You know, because he doesn't listen, this kid. When I say to him, don't do that, dude, because if you do that, you're going to get hurt. And then he does it, and he doesn't get hurt. That pisses me off, right? Because that is life telling him that I'm full of shit. This kid's running with scissors with no consequences. Do you know what I mean?
Very good. I think the points go to Tip Saver time. Come on back, both of you. By how many seats did the Conservative Party fall short of an overall majority at this year's general election? Did you watch it? Did you sit back?
I loved it.
It's great, isn't it?
It's the most British election I ever thought I would see, because no one wanted it to happen, nothing has really changed, and the only people happy are the losers.
That's great, isn't it?
Perfect.
It is the most victorious loss I've seen since the Jamaican bobsleigh team in Cool Running.
Corbyn kissing his lucky egg?
Yeah. Don't you call Diane Abbott an egg?
Apologies. So it sort of felt like they campaigned on quite diffuse things, like Labour were talking about, you know, schools and hospitals, and Theresa May kept talking about British values. And the problem is British values mean different things to different people. Like, to some people it means sort of openness, tolerance, and a sense that you should be able to achieve whatever you want, regardless of where you're born. And to other people it means white people. Yeah.
Father, thanks, Reece, for coming in, for balancing off the panel, because we haven't had any just openly racist people on. And we do get a lot of criticism for being a bit lefty, you know, liberal and all that, so it's been useful to have you in.
It's a pleasure to represent my people.
But exciting as it unfolded as well.
It was pretty sweet, because she called the election because she was just showing off and trying to get the landslide, trying to show how strong she was. It's like watching someone flex their muscles and then straining too hard and immediately shitting themselves.
What's the difference between a podium and a plinth?
Well, that is... that's a lectern.
Yeah,
a podium is the thing that you that stands on, isn't it?
Well, a plinth is the thing a statue is on. You can place a podium on a plinth, but you can't place a plinth on a podium.
That sounds like a tongue twister.
This is the kind of Irish wisdom we can all look forward to.
Which neatly brings us to the Democratic Unionist Party, who are the new power brokers. Let me just reassure you that you may be enjoying my work, or Graham Norton's work, or Terry Wogan's work. The DUP are not in the whimsical end of Irish. They're not in the gentle comedy of the slightly wry look at life. They're in the chaining up swings on a Sunday so children can't play school of Irish politics.
Why didn't you never tell us about them?
Because, frankly...
This has been 12 years or whatever this show's been going for. And you're just going, you know, all the stuff you normally say, that they won't let me fight the robots and robot wars or whatever.
Give me one round where I can fight the robots with a weapon of my choice. And we'll see who's the winner there. Who's a Lord now, Mr. Killalot. Why have I not told you about the pleasures of the DUP? Because you ain't ready for the DUP. Wait till you meet the people who don't believe in dinosaurs. That is... OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. And the first subject is health. Ed Campbell.
So, in the last 3 years, I've lost 6 stone in weight. Cheers. No, too late. A lot of audiences like to clap, they like to whoop, they like to cheer. You guys just went with staring, and that is absolutely fine. That's all right, that's fine. I think I might have made a mistake as well, because I'm not as happy now. I thought health would equal happiness. Turns out the happiest moments of my life were just me, sat on the sofa, in my pants, laughing through a mouthful of cake. I'm a more worried person now. I think, am I eating the right thing? Am I exercising enough? I went for a run the other day. I accidentally swallowed a fly. I had to Google how many calories is a fly. 6 per serving, if you're wondering. Weirdly now, I feel like an undercover fat person who's been secretly sent into the lair of the thin people to gather information on what those crazy villains are doing
And then I feed it back to the fat people. You got to feed it back. We eat anything. So I'm in there just going, what are these thin people up to? What's going on? Oh, interesting. That guy's got a packed lunch, but he's actually eating it at lunchtime. Well, I have never seen that before. He's not just made it in the morning and then eaten it on the bus on the way to work. And then bought chips at 1. That is intriguing resolve. Ah, they're using phrases I've never heard before. Things that only thin people say. I think I've got some biscuits. I'll just go and check. Who's living their life like that? Who buys biscuits and then forgets that they exist? That is unacceptable. I'm so deep undercover, I've met the bosses of the thin mafia. People who don't even like food that much. You go, oh, no, I'm not really a food person, you know. No, it's not. It's more of a fuel, isn't it? It helps me get through the day. If you don't like food, then what are you thinking about all of the time?
Thank you very much, Ed Gamble. That leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been let with. Let's spin the wheel. The topic is shopping.
Tricky, isn't it, when you go to buy a toaster, and at the end the shop assistant says, well, what about insurance? And you don't want to, but you end up taking a hostage. Recently, I bought the autobiography of Francesco Cello, the man who invented sellotape. But I couldn't find the beginning. So, lads, if you want to confuse a girl, best thing to do is buy her a pair of chocolate shoes. So I took my cases and my clothes to Tesco, because they say they help you pack your bags. Instead, everyone was just running around going, do you want some fruit and veg? Do you want some fruit and veg? Do you want some fruit? Turns out it was one of those hypermarkets. What else can I tell you about myself? I own a small zoo and a pirate ship, although not at the same time. I didn't buy that much Lego. I mean, we think of pirates as being all smiley. It turns out they're actually all Somali.
Point it out and go to Ed Gamble. Now we play a round called Boris Johnson and his Chamber of Secrets. This game involves Tom Allen and Milton Jones. If you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch a wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is school. Let's come on that. Tom.
Hello. I went to quite a rough school. I know. Isn't it moving? And it was a sort of school where people would come up to you and say things like, hey, you, do you want to fight, do you? Do you want to fight? Is that why you look at me like that? Yeah, you want to fight? Yeah, don't you want to fight? Don't you want to fight? And I'd always say, oh, no, thank you. But thanks for thinking of me. Those girls could be so cruel. And at my school, to avoid getting picked on, everyone had the same of everything. So everyone had, like, the same pencil case. It was a pencil case that was made to look like a packet of Walker's crisps. And in it, everyone had the same Oxford math set, which was like a tin pencil case, which contained a ruler, maybe a foldable ruler for travel. a foldable ruler, which was great for underlining things, wasn't it? Until you got to the middle. Big bump in the middle. And a set square, which wasn't a square, it was a triangle. And a compass. Oh, I'm glad I learned how to use a compass. Not a day goes by. perfect circle. It's got a hole in the middle, but it's a perfect circle. And, like, when do you even get to use that math set? I mean, occasionally you'll get to do proper grown-up maths, or math as they call it in America, don't they? But we do it more than once. When you get to do things like trigonometry and SOHCAHTOA. Do you remember that? SOHCAHTOA, SOHCAHTOA. Do you remember that? SOHCAHTOA. That's a thing. SOHCAHTOA. Sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. I mean, now, as an adult looking back, it would have been nice, wouldn't it, if they spent maybe half an hour, or even just like 10 minutes, just 10 minutes going, this is a pension scheme. This is how you fill in a tax return. This is how you mend a broken heart. This is how you tell an estate agent to fuck off.
Thank you very much, Tom. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is shopping.
Those reward cards are rubbish, aren't they? I've got too many points on one of them, and now I'm not allowed to drive. It's really important if you buy something, of course, to read all the instructions. I don't know if you've ever tried to fill a baboon with helium. Prit is not the best lip salve I've ever used. I couldn't complain. Southern Comfort tastes nice. Ordinary Comfort tastes like fabric softener. But at least your burps smell of summer meadows. When I was in America, I really got into the culture, so I went into a shop and the guy said, "Have a nice day," and I didn't, so I sued him.
And it's food.
Oh, OK. Oh, very similar topics. I once went to a buffet in Reading, and that's not even the joke. It was organised by a woman called Wendy, and it was so beige. It was so bland. It was like a buffet representation of Reading. I looked across this buffet, right? They put out sausage rolls, right? Sausage rolls, right? Where they just whipped off the cellophane and put the corrugated plastic straight down on the table. Like we were dogs! Then we had Scotch eggs, right? Scotch eggs cut into quarters. Apparently no one can eat a whole one. Then we had breadsticks displayed in a pint glass. I thought I was at a fucking UKIP rally. Then she starts putting down cold pizza slices next to wontons. No one's mixed Italian and Chinese cuisine like that since Marco Polo. Then she brought out the quadrant of dips. You know, the 4 dips. The 4 dips of the apocalypse. The white one. The other white one. Then there's a green one. What's that? Guacamole. Then there's a pink one. What's that made of? Sillet bang? I was just glad to have something made of some sort of colour. Anyway, it was a terrible buffet, but thank you very much, Wendy.
The topic is communication.
Not a good day today. No one turned up to the first meeting of my sarcasm club, despite loads of people saying how much they were looking forward to it. Do you ever do that thing when you're on the phone? You put it down.
No, you put it down.
No, you put it down.
Listen, you're a qualified vet and it's an old dog.
Do you know, it was so cold the other day in the city of Chester, when I ordered a taxi, I ended up in Chichester. The only bright point of the journey was seeing a car going the other way with the seatbelt round a kebab. My wife and I, we argue sometimes. You've left the lid up, you've left the lid up. Yes, but what if it's a man, the next person to use the toilet? It's a pedal bin, it's a pedal bin. It was her birthday recently. I took her to an orchard in Somerset. We stood for about 20 minutes. Not the Apple Watch she wanted.
Thank you very much. Look, the topic is exercise.
Also a picture of me. I'm not very good at exercise. I joined the gym. I joined Virgin Active because there wasn't a Virgin Passive. And I found the whole process very intimidating. Like, when you go in there, you're confronted with all the cardio area, like the cardio area. They call it cardio because that's where you go to have a heart attack. And then at the other end, they have what they call the free weights section, the free weights, which I have no business being in because it's for the bigger boys. The bigger boys go there all day. They're lifting things all day, trying to get big arms, trying to turn their arms into legs. And I think it all really started at school. Like, I didn't like doing PE at school. What would happen is, after assembly, one class would have to stay behind in the hall because they'd be doing gym. And I never found out who Jim was. But the worst bit was if you had to use the apparatus. And the apparatus basically was this huge, terrifying cage which had to be buckled to the wall. It was so terrifying. And older children would have to come in who'd been trained by the army. And they'd come in and they'd untether its bonds, and they'd pull a lever and it would lurch out and it would swing out, and these huge, terrifying arms have to be buckled to the floor, otherwise it would just swing out and kill everybody. And it had all these bars and ropes and chains. It was very much like a weekend I recently spent in Berlin.
Thank you very much. And the topic is parenthood. Away you go, Milton.
I went back to my parents' house the other day, looked into my neighbour's garden where I used to steal apples as a toddler. They didn't mind me stealing apples. It was dressing up as a toddler they thought was weird. I come from a family of auctioneers. There's my mum, my dad, my Uncle Philip, Auntie Eileen, my dying grandfather, going... I said to my dad, I keep making mistakes. He said, you're talking to the wrong person. I said, oh, no, not again. He said, well, it wasn't as bad as that Uber driver I had the other day. He fell asleep. So Calvin Klein's mum has labelled everyone else's pants. When my daughter was born, she had jaundice, so there she was, small, round, and yellow. We called her Melanie. Apparently, I didn't even turn up to one of my own children's christenings, according to one of them, who shall remain nameless.
And travel.
Travel, OK, fine. Well, I travelled from over there. One of my favourite travel experiences was at secondary school when we went on the school music trip to France. And to get on the school music trip to France, you had to be part of the choir. I was in the choir, and it basically meant you got to hang out with all the other 13-year-old homosexuals who didn't yet realise they were homosexuals, and their chatty female friends. And it was a great place to go and learn how to play a show tune on the flute. Not a euphemism. And this was back in the day when it didn't matter where you were going with the school. If you went on any school trip, you had to go by coach. Like, if you go to Australia, you go by coach. This was was supposed to be a 5-day trip to France. We spent 2 days on the coach getting there and 2 days getting back. It was basically a day in France. So, on this trip, you really had to make the best of the coach trip. And for me, my favourite bit was when we got to stop off at the French hypermarket. So I thought that would be a great place for me to show off how much better I am than everybody else, because I'd actually been paying attention in French. So I went over to the patisserie and I said to the man there, "Bonjour, je voudrais un croissant, s'il vous plaît." And according to the French classes, the man behind the counter should have responded by saying, "Oui." Il y a un croissant ici, which, when you think about it, is basically the equivalent of someone coming over here and saying, "Hello, I'd like to buy a pasty, please." And then the man behind the counter responding by saying, "Yes!" There is a pasty here. I'm not even mentioning that it's part of a meal deal. So I said, "Bonjour, je voudrais un croissant, s'il vous plaît." And then the man behind the counter responded in normal French by going, blah, 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 blah. I had no idea what he was saying. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, my friend Kevin was no help. The only French he spoke was the French horn, which is a euphemism. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I said they teach us how to speak French. Most of the time, they teach us how to sing it. I mean, I could have stood there and gone, "Quelle est la date de ton anniversaire?" But the idea of a 13-year-old English homosexual standing in the middle of a French hypermarket going, "What is the date of your birthday? What is the date of your birthday?" Couldn't be any more absurd. So I just responded by saying, "Oui, oui, d'accord, d'accord." Ended up with 8 kilograms of ham.
Thank you very, very much. Points there at the top. It's crime. Away you go.
So, I had my cheese grater stolen. I got burgled, not for the cheese grater. When you get burgled, everyone says the same thing to you. Oh, tell you what the worst thing about being burgled is? It's knowing that a stranger's been through your things. You go, no. It's not the worst thing about being burgled, is knowing a stranger has my things. If they had just been browsing, I wouldn't have given a shit. Offer me 2 options. 1, come home, my laptop is gone. Or 2, come home, find a stranger in my room going, "Well, I like this T-shirt, but have you got it in a large?" I thought my dad had said I've been burgled. He said, "We know why you've been burgled and we haven't. It's because we're in the neighbourhood watch." I said, "No, it isn't. It's because you live in Devon." A small village in the middle of nothing, but mile upon mile of moorland. I mean, no one's going to burgle you, because whatever they took, it wouldn't cover their petrol money. From what I can tell, the only proactive thing the neighbourhood watch does is once a month they have a meeting. All that does, it tells burglars for 1 night out of every 30. All houses are empty and unwatched. There's this paranoia about crime back in Devon, where I'm from. Went back recently, went into the local co-op, and it's a tiny co-op in a tiny village. But I went up to the desk, and there was a sign that said, "Did you know we now do legal advice?" And obviously my first reaction was, no. And to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised you did sugar puffs. So... Why is the co-op now doing legal advice? Just too many people coming in going, "I'll have 10 silk cut, a Viennetta, and I've killed a man."
Well done, very good. Well done, you. What was John Prescott up to last week in this photo?
This was when he'd just fallen through a Stargate. He'd been doing some policy measures in ancient Egypt, and then woof! Quantum leap straight into a kids' 100 metres final.
How far to the 100 metres final is he there?
A yard, I think. wasn't it?
Essentially, yeah. He is actually, yeah, he's just taken off.
Is it not a mark of some stupidity that he seems to be kind of reaching for the line with 99 metres to go?
I think the idea was
The Prescott dip.
actually about 3 yards later, this is what he looked like. To be fair to him, he pulled a muscle. Right? He hasn't sufficiently warmed up.
He seems to become an
exercise mistake.
He seems to have become an awful lot shorter as well. Because of...
He looks like he's offering an unusual service to one of his juniors.
Why did he do it, though? I mean, why do politicians do these stupid, humiliating things?
Because
he's supposed to be busy. I mean, we all know he's, an embarrassment and the government, are looking for a place to bury him. But nominally, he's the Deputy Prime Minister. And he turns up at a school and joins in with a race? I mean, he's depicting himself as a moron. Now, maybe he is a moron, but there should at least be a team of people round him trying to stop him looking quite the moron he clearly is.
Clearly, there are 3 advisors there.
Going, what the hell you joined in with the race, you wanker? They're children. You were wearing your coat. Of course you pulled a muscle, you fat git.
Let's have a look at the first topic. First topic is health.
I had to have my penis looked at by a doctor. I didn't just wake up one morning and go, oh, more people should be looking at this, quite frankly. I used to spend an hour a day at my bedroom window with it pressed up against the glass. It was a scary experience having to go to the doctors. I thought I should build up the courage to get down there and have it looked at. Well, I went in there, my courage flew out the window like a little bird. Because as soon as I went in there, I found out that the doctor who I had an appointment with was a lady doctor. Now, I obviously don't have a problem with ladies being doctors. In fact, give them the vote, that's what I say. But there is a worry if there's a lady poking round down there. In that context, what if your nethers decide, ooh, think it's time to go to work? Luckily, then, I remembered I'm not an Alsatian whose lipstick pops out at the slightest whiff of an undercarriage. I needn't have worried because she was a good doctor, she was a great doctor. She put me at ease straight away using one word. This is what she said. She said, OK, Mr Gamble, just go behind that curtain there and pop it out for me. There's the word pop. Now, pop is a lovely word. As soon as I heard that word, I knew everything was going to be fine, because she was not expecting anything big in that area at all. Because the word pop is reserved for very small things. No one has ever said, come in, help me, pop the elephant in the van, have they? So I was relaxed. Better than me going in there and her saying, OK, just heave yourself out your trousers, woman. Just haul yourself out the front of your trews. Just swing yourself over in my direction. Maybe I can bring out this Shire horse and he can drag your junk over towards my workstation. Or open this corner cupboard and bring out a team of pantomime dwarves who can shoulder your meat and waddle it over towards me, like pallbearers at a weird circus cock funeral. Thank you.
Good job. OK, that leaves us with Rob. Let's see what we've been left with for a topic. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is growing up.
Yeah, I've had a big year. I've been growing up, got married. And I live with her as well. We're doing I like it, it's exciting. She's pretty happy about the marriage, though. She's got a passport now, so... But it's weird, though, like, when you're getting, like, you grow up and you get, like, your friends all getting couples and stuff like that, they always go, like, why don't we do Come Dine With Me? No. If we're going to do a television programme, let's do Total Wipeout. It's much more fun, isn't it? I don't want to just cook more. And it's weird, though, because my mum did different things when she was growing up. She used to do Tupperware parties, and these don't exist. This is where groups of grown women used to buy and sell lumps of plastic. Like, what kind of night-in's that? And, like, the only thing that ever got bought at a Tupperware party was a big bowl, going to be used for salads in the summer, just turned into the house sick bowl. Everyone's got one of these horrible bowls in their house. It's a bowl you keep in your house that every member of your family's been sick in at least once. What kind of life's that for the bowl? He's at the Tupperware party, I'm a big bowl, gonna see some salads in my time. No, mate, sick forever. The thing is as well, like, I used to come home from the pub, not even gonna be sick, just a bit pissed, and Mum goes, get in the sick bowl, you need the sick bowl. I don't need the sick bowl, Mum. But I get the bowl, I look in it, get flashbacks, I'm sick everywhere. There's been 3 generations of sick in that bowl. It's the closest thing we've got to an heirloom.
2 points for both Rob and Ed. Come on back.